low on the outside for ball one. 77 degrees is the official game time temperature. Now they 1-0 pitch and a fastball a little bit off the outside. 2-0 to Garrett. Jody Garrett is hitting .314 with a homer and 5 batted in. He hit that home run last week at New City Field in New York. Now Kane throws one over the outside corner, a 91-mile-an-hour fastball for a called strike. 2-1. And on the third pitch of the first game, he hit a home run at Citi Field. Now a changeup from Kane, lunged at it, missed. Strike two. Garrett was really fooled. 2-2 the count. So Jody Garrett became the first player ever to christen a brand new baseball park with a home run as the first hitter of the first game in that new ballpark. And it's the only home run that he has hit so far this year for the Padres. Molina ran out and had a quick chat with Kane. Now Benji back behind the plate into his squat, drops aside. Here's the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Change up, hit past Kane and right through the middle, base hit. Unlike the one-strike changeup that was a beauty, it came in at the knees and then sank down below. This changeup was up around the belt. And a base hit to center field for Jody Garrett. Now here comes David Eckstein. Eckstein is hitting .311. No homers, 5 batted in. Excellent hit and run man, good butter. Eckstein crowds the plate. Kane has had a lot of success against the Padres over the years, except when it comes to getting wins. Now he throws one in the dirt. It's off the glove of Molina and ricochets over to the right side of the backstop. And over to second base goes Garrett. A wild pitch by Matt Cain. Benji reached across and tried to backhand that one. As he set up on the outside corner, that ball bounced right in front of him, and he actually tried to backhand it right in front of him. Not the way it's supposed to be done. So now a runner at second base, and Eckstein's job is to get him to third. Here's the pitch. He bunts it on the third base side. Racing in is Sandoval. He's got it. The off-balance snap throw to first in time. And over to third base goes Garrett. So Eckstein, an expert bunter. Once that runner got over to second base, he decided, well, let's just get him over to third right now. And it ended up being a very fine play by Sandoval to throw him out by a step at first base. The Giants are going to bring the infield in halfway for Brian Giles. Left-handed hitter hitting only .151, no homers, 7 batted in. Wide open stance, down in a crouch. Here's Kane to the plate, and a fastball at the knees for a called strike. The Giants on the field with Kane pitching, Molina catching, Ishikawa, the first baseman, Burris, the second baseman, Renteria at short, Sandoval at third, Lewis, Rowand, and Wynn in the outfield from left to right. And Kane misses for the ball down and away, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. No score, but the Padres with an immediate threat. Matt Cain working from the stretch with a runner at third, 1 out. He's ready. He throws. Curveball grounded to first and off the glove of Ishikawa. Ishikawa moved to his right and tried to snare that one to make a throw home, and then ended up not getting the ball at all. I mean, you got to get the ball first. Whether you're able to go get the runner from third, that's another story. But you have to get it out there somewhere. And here comes Adrian Gonzalez. And apparently they've scored that as a hit, although the ball was not out of his reach. He didn't have to make a dive for it. He just reached over to his right and then did not come up with it. And I think that should have been scored as an error. Here now is Adrian Gonzalez, the great Padres slugger. And there's ball 1 down and in. One way or the other, it would be an RBI for Giles. But I think it was an error to credit him with a hit. 1-0 San Diego. Adrian Gonzalez, one of the top sluggers in the National League. Left-handed batter. swings, and it's a high foul off the third base side that goes all the way back and into the first row of the upper deck. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ishikawa on the bag at first with Giles. Renteria at short. Burris at second. Both pulled in just a little bit. Double play depth, and both shaded toward the middle. Here's Kane to the plate, and a fastball down and in, fouled back behind the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. That was off the plate at 94 miles an hour. It was down toward the power of Adrian Gonzalez, but this one was not out over the plate. A little bit too far in, and he merely fouled it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0. The Padres have jumped ahead immediately. Here's Kane on top. Holds at the belt. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on, and a pop-up foul. And that will come back. And the fan in the upper deck drops it. And it ends up in the second deck. A ball and 2 strikes, and Giles will go back to first. Adrian Gonzalez is hitting .289. He's got 5 home runs already. Last year, in the entire month of April, he had 5 home runs, on his way to 36 for the year. So he's off to a very fine start, as are the Padres. They've won 9 and lost only 4 so far. 1-2 pitch, and a slider bounced foul back behind the plate. He just got a piece of that one. Pretty good pitch there from Kane. Came in at the knees, and then had that little bite to it, dropping downward. But Gonzalez fought it off. Still 1-2. Adrian Gonzalez, 9 hits in 37 career at-bats against Kane. Kane has a lifetime ERA of 2.92 against the Padres in 15 starts, but only 3 wins to show for it. He's ready. Here it comes. Change up, struck him out swinging. Two down. Giles still at first. And here is Chase Headley. Headley, a switch hitter, will bat left-handed, hitting .260. 2 homers, 8 driven in. Padres averaging 5 runs a game so far, and they've gotten excellent work out of their bullpen, especially the closer Heath Bell, who's had 7 saves already this year. Now the pitch, a fastball, is fouled back to the screen by Headley. 0-1 the count. They're hitting the ball well. They've done a lot of things well, although they gave up a 9th-inning lead in their last game in Philadelphia on Sunday. But they had given Heath Bell the day off that day. And the one day that he did not come in to save it, the game didn't get saved. Now a swing. Headley lifts a high fly ball to center. Back and waiting for it. Well shy of the warning track Rowan. He's got it, and that's the inning. But the Padres get a run. 2 hits and 1 left. And we go to the last of the first inning. The Padres won. The setting sun reflecting off the East Bay hills and off some of the ships and other nautical craft out in San Francisco Bay with a kind of a golden hue. Now the pitch to Wynn. Fastball down and in at 94 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike. A great night to be out of doors. And a large number of fans have elected to spend this fabulous evening right here at 24 Willie Mays Plaza. Lewis at second gets his lead. The pitch and a changeup in the dirt. Dug out by Blanco. And the count goes to 2-1 to Randy Wynn. Wynn is hitting .234. He's had a homer and 4 driven in. RBI situation here with Lewis at second. He's gotten himself aboard and in scoring position. Wynn is hitting .400 with runners in scoring position so far in the young season. Now the stretch, the look back at second. Peavy looks again. Now throws. And the backdoor slider or cutter over the outside for a called strike. It's 2-2. Jeff Nelson is the home plate umpire. There was a change in the umpiring alignment that we were given before the game. So it's Jeff Nelson behind the plate. Mark Carlson at first. Tim Cheetah at second. And Bob Davidson at third. Peavy ready. Kicks, throws. Swing and a miss. A fastball to the inner half struck him out. That's another thing that Bruce Bochy addressed in his pregame show, is that he feels like the Giants are not really getting good at bats and they're having far too many strikeouts with runners in scoring position. You put the ball in play, you've got a chance maybe for it to fall somewhere for a hit, maybe somebody to make an error. But Randy Wynn, who is not a guy who strikes out that often, strikes out here. Now Benji Molina, 2 down, runner at second. And a fastball is well off the outside at 95 miles an hour. Ball 1.
And I think the other day, John, you were talking about Ryan Howard and all the strikeouts he piles up. But if you hit a bunch of home runs, you can tolerate the strikeouts. So the Giants are striking out, but not hitting for power.
And not hitting well one way or the other with runners in scoring position. Now a slider lunged at by Benji, popped up. Foul off the first base side. Gonzalez comes down the line. He's under it and makes the catch. So with a runner in scoring position, the Giants have a strikeout by the third place hitter and a foul out to the first baseman by the cleanup hitter, lunging after a bad ball with less than 2 strikes. In. Slightly open stance. Kane to the plate. Fastball right over the outside corner for a strike. The low-lying sun now is reflecting off those picture windows over in the East Bay, up in the hills. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The slider is lined into left field, a base hit. That was a low slider, not in a real bad spot, but didn't seem to have much bite to it. Kuzmanoff was able to hit the clean single into left field. The batter will be Henry Blanco. 1-0. Giants trailing against the Padres here in the second. The batter will be Blanco. Big right-handed batting catcher, hitting .250, 3 for 12 so far. 2 of his 3 hits, home runs, both against the Giants a week ago Sunday. Or was it a week ago Saturday?
Saturday.
A week ago Saturday. Week from Tuesday. There's a throw to first, and back to the bag is Kuzmanoff.
In support of Jake Peavy. Both those home runs came against Jonathan Sanchez.
So here's Blanco. Now facing Kane. The pitch. Big curveball in there for a called strike.
So Blanco's apparently working with Peavy. I think Jonathan Sanchez will be happy to find that out because he doesn't have to face him. and not that Jonathan was going to pitch in this series, but I think Sanchez would like to never see Blanco again.
So at least 2 times more often than he would like to have seen him the last time. The 1-strike delivery and a slider at the knees. Strike 2 call. Barry Zito actually goes tomorrow against Chris Young. 12:45 tomorrow. They're supposed to cool off versus today, but nonetheless, the forecast I saw for tomorrow is about 73, 74 degrees here in downtown San Francisco. It's another spectacular day. Now the pitch is swinging a high foul off the left field line, and that is going to reach back into the upper deck, but about 8 miles foul. Just kind of a high pop-up. 0-2 the count. But look at those windows reflecting the setting sun over in the East Bay. We can see the Claremont Hotel and all kinds of big picture windows up in the hills above that. Lit up. Now Kane with a fastball up and away, missing for a ball. Way out of the strike zone. 1-2.
Last night the Flemings packed a picnic dinner. Went down to the beach at Chrissy Field, sat at the foot of the Golden Gate Bridge and watched the sunset and watched those picture windows from that viewpoint. And I sort of thought, well, the only place to be better right now is to be at the ballpark.
So sort of a bittersweet for you then. Here's the pitch, and that is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good fastball by Kane. He blew it right by Blanco. Second strikeout for Matt Kane. So even though you had such mixed feelings, you probably put on a good face for the family, though.
I managed to tough it out, yeah.
Dad,
choked down my dinner.
Would you rather be somewhere else? Oh, sweet. Oh, kids, I'm thrilled to be right here with you. No way I'd rather be at the ballpark. Did I say ballpark? Here is Luis Rodriguez, switch hitting shortstop, batting left-handed, and he fouls one back to the screen. Strike 1. There's a ship out in the anchor basin out beyond right center field. Looks like an oil tanker, and it's seen better days. But from here, in the low-lying sun, sort of in the glow of the low-lying sun, it just looks fabulous. Here's the pitch. That is over the outside corner. Strike 2. 0-2 the count to Luis Rodriguez. Rodriguez is hitting .231 so far this year with a home run and 5 batted in. Padres lead the Giants 1-0 here in the second inning. 1 out, runner at first. Kuzmanoff, the runner at first. Ishikawa on the bag with him. Now Kane throws. A fastball is popped up foul right back toward us and into the second deck. 0-2. Of course, Dave has all these bittersweet moments because now tonight he's at the ballpark with similar kind of weather. And now he wishes he was at Chrissy Field with his daughters and his wife.
Yeah, the only place better than being right here.
0-2 the count to Rodriguez. Renteria at short, Burris at second, pulled in a bit, double play death. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball is low. And Kane missed his spot by a lot that time with Molina giving a target on the outside corner, and he missed toward the inner half of the plate and below the knees.
It was incredible. I kept looking at the sun reflecting off the buildings of downtown, and then the light starting to light up the Golden Gate Bridge and those picture windows and the water. And I thought, well, there's no place better than this in the entire world.
Than San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, you just realized that? Here's the pitch. That's a check swing and a foul tip into the glove of Molina. Strike 3. So Rodriguez had decided not to swing, but the ball skimmed off the tip of his bat and into the glove of Molina. So 2 down, and here comes pitcher Jake Peavy, who's a pretty good hitting pitcher, although has not had a hit so far this year. He's 0 for 4. Runner at first, 2 down, and a fastball swung on, hit high in the air to shallow left. Renteria's going out, Lewis coming in, but Renteria's under it, and he reaches up to catch it. That's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left for Matt Cain. We go to the last of the second. Rowan, Sandoval, and Ishikawa coming up. Giants are trailing 1-0. Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. The Nationals lead the Braves 4-3. Adam Dunn hit a big home run in the 6th inning. Put the Nats ahead in that game. Fastball is slashed foul off the left field line and off the facing of the upper deck. 0-2 the count. The Phillies lead the Brewers 11-3. In the top of the 7th in Philadelphia. Ryan Braun has hit 2 homers for the Brewers. Felice has homered for the Phillies. And there's a slider in the dirt from Jake Peavy, taken for a ball by Sandoval. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ishikawa on deck. The Pirates continue to get great pitching, and they beat the Marlins 3-2 in Pittsburgh. Karsten's got the win over Anibal Sanchez. Caps the save. Now fastball grounded past Peavy to short. Over to his left to field it, Rodriguez, and he throws him out at first. 2 down. He was shaded over toward the middle, and that was just right. Peavy started to reach out with his bare hand for that ball. Did it make contact?
I think he actually made contact with it. He was shaking it after the play.
Now, looking at the television replay, it did hit him a glancing blow, sort of near the that fleshy mound beneath his small finger on the right hand. There's the ball too low to Ishikawa. What part of the hand is that, Dave?
The meat of the hand, John.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a backdoor slider in there for a strike. A ball and a strike.
It's the fleshy part of the hand.
Ah, that's right, yeah. But beneath the thumb, that's kind of fleshy, too.
Yeah.
But this was beneath the small finger. Now a curveball over for a called strike, 2.
The lower palm.
Near the wrist.
Yes.
Just a glancing blow, however. He seems to be okay. The 1-2 pitch. And the backdoor slider, strike 3 called. Ishikawa called out on strikes again. He's had 32 official at-bats this year and has 13 strikeouts. Came into the game hitting 1.
Healthcare right in your neighborhood.
Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
1-0 Padres. Jody Garrett leads off here in the third against Matt Cain. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce for more play-by-play David B. Fleming.
Ball 1.
So far play, but the by-play will apparently be upcoming.
It'll start right now. 1-0 pitch. Fastball high. 2-0. The first pitch was a slider, and it bounced in there. And I tell you, Matt Cain, although he's mixing his pitches, he's thrown sliders, slow curveball, changeup, fastball. Here's a swing on a fastball and a pop foul off to the left, back out of play. That'll make it 2 balls and a strike to Jody Garrett. Cain, I don't think he's got a consistent feel for any of the off-speed stuff yet. He's thrown a few good sliders, but he's also thrown a few that have hung out over the plate, and the one that started this at bat bounced before the plate and skipped by Molina. 2-1 the count to Garrett here. Left-handed hitter. The pitch, he swings and Flips one into center field. Late break for Rowan. Hustling in, coming on, and makes a backhanded catch as he sprawls forward on the grass. One away. I think he made it a little harder than it had to be. Perhaps Garrett's big swing fooled him, and he got the late jump, but in the end, he was able to get there.
Yeah, he actually broke back on the ball, and then belatedly came in, and then had to come hard before lunging forward. He caught the ball with that forward lunge, and then ended up on the ground, but ended up being a nice catch in the final analysis.
So now Eckstein with one out. David Eckstein takes a fastball just off the outside, 1-0. I don't think you'd call it a diving catch. He was leaning forward, coming in hard, made the catch, and then his momentum sort of took him into a dive. That fastball is called a strike over the inside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, usually when you dive, it's because you figure that's the only way you have a chance to catch it. He caught it and then more like sort of fell forward with his momentum.
Line drive, base hit by Eckstein into left field, past the reach of the shortstop Renteria. So Kane, I think he tried the slow curveball there, and that one kind of flipped out over the plate, and Eckstein hit it hard. That might be just the pitch that Eckstein at this point in his career is looking for. A one-out single. Eckstein's had 2 good plate appearances, a sacrifice bunt, and now the Padres' 4th hit against Kane. They lead 1-0. They're out hitting the Giants 4-1. Big hitters start to come up now. Here's Brian Giles. The pitch. Giles swings and foul tips one. Hard fastball, clocked at 93 miles an hour on the in-park radar gun. Giles falls behind 0-1. Giles got an RBI hit in the first inning, although it was a ball that I think Travis Ishikawa should have had. Ground ball on the right side. Ishikawa ranging to his right, and I think perhaps took a peek at the runner at third and had the ball go off his glove and by him. 0-1. Giles swings, and it's a hard ground ball up the middle. Renteria has it. Flips to Burris at second for one. The throw to first is in time. Double play, and the Padres, just like that, are gone into third. So nice pitching there by Kane. He got the ground ball up the middle, and his defense helped him out. And so the Padres are retired. 1 hit, nobody left. On to the last of
Casino. There's nothing like Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
Jake Peavy on the mound and facing the 8-9-1 spots in the Giants lineup. Edgar Renteria first. He swings to the first pitch, and it's a foul off to the right. And tracing a course up against the backdrop of the clouds. And there are not a lot of clouds tonight, but just some low-lying clouds, and they're lit up all pink from the sunset behind us. Now a swing and a ground ball into left field, base hit past the diving shortstop Rodriguez. Edgar Renteria, perhaps his bat is starting to wake up. Renteria's swinging a little bit better here the last few days. And a hard ground ball through the hole on the left side. He is on first base with Kane coming up here, and it gives Matt Kane, the pitcher, a chance to put down a bunt and make a productive out. Peavy will work from the stretch here with Fred Lewis waiting on deck. Kane shows bunt, bunts it first base side, pretty hard bunt. Gonzalez has it. He's going to second, and the throw hits off the back of Renteria, and everybody's going to be safe. Renteria went in with a feet first, almost pop-up style slide, and Gonzalez, who loves to take chances with his arm, maybe more than any other first baseman in the league, ball was bunted pretty hard. He came down the line, fielded it, did not hesitate, but threw a little bit offline, and it hit Renteria in the back as he went into a slide.
And that was at best going to be a bang-bang play anyway. Even if it had not hit Renteria, it was not necessarily going to be there in time to get Renteria, and it might even have pulled the shortstop Rodriguez, who was covering off the back, as it started to sail a little bit, and he actually started moving to his left, and at best was going to have to stretch out to his left to get it, so they might not have gotten him anyway.
So we'll see if the Giants can take advantage of that break as Peavy throws and misses with a fastball. That two-seam fastball rode outside against Fred Lewis. Lewis already with a hit tonight. And he comes up here with 2 on and nobody out. So the bottom of the lineup has set it up for the top of the order hitters. 1-0 Padres. And the pitch is taken for a ball. 2-0.
The official scorer has credited Matt Kane with a sacrifice bunt. So no time at bat for Kane. And then the throw to second is scored as a fielder's choice.
2-0 pitch on the way. Lewis takes inside, ball 3.
So the official scorer, I think, saw what we saw, that it was not a sure thing that had the ball not hit Renteria, that it would have been there in time to get him anyway.
3 balls, no strikes to count. 2 on, nobody out. Lewis the hitter. And the pitch is swung on and foul tip. Lewis went after the 3-0 pitch, and he got a fastball, and he just could not connect. And Lewis, who is such a patient hitter, sometimes overly patient, maybe thinking that the Padres were assuming that he was not going to swing, and he got what he was looking for and tried to tee off on it. 3-1. Peavy throws, and that one is in there. And a beautiful, either a real tight slider or a changeup that had some movement on it. That runs the count full, 3-2. Renteria the runner at second, Kane at first. It was 3-0 to Lewis. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Padres leading 1-0. Burris is waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Lewis takes inside, ball 4. Nicely done. So Lewis avoided chasing that pitch. Peavy tried to bust him inside, and Lewis draws the walk. He's on base for the second consecutive time. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. And now the Giants can really start to think about a big inning. Although the way the Giants have been hitting lately, I think they'll take anything at this point. On Sunday, they had 2 of these exact situations. Bases loaded, nobody out. And each time got 1 and only 1 run, which is not real good. These are the spots where teams can score runs in bunches. Now it's Burris. The pitch on the way is a strike. Peavy got the call there. That pitch was a little bit up, a slider. He moves ahead of Burris 0-1. Emmanuel bounced out to third back in the first inning. Middle infield a double play depth. Tough combo to double up. Burris has got great speed. 0-1. Off the outside. Peavy tried the same pitch, a slider. This time he tried to backdoor him, but he missed outside. 1-1. Outfield has Garrett basically straight away. You'll see a lot of center fielders, especially when Burris is batting left-handed, shade well to left center field. Here's the 1-1. Burris swings and it's a ground ball to short. Rodriguez has it, steps on second, that's 1. His throw to first is in time for a double play. Coming in to score is Renteria, and the Giants have tied the game at 1. Well, again, not what a hitter is looking for. The Giants will take the 1 run, but Peavy gets what he wants. Now he's got a chance to end this rally right here. 2 down, runner at third is Kane, and that's all that's left out there after the 6-3 double play. So even with Burris' speed, he just hit a made-to-order double play ball right to the shortstop. He didn't even have to feed the second baseman. Stepped on the bag himself and made the throw. 2 down, Wynn batting left-handed. takes a pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Blanco. Ball 1. See if Wynn could pick up his teammate Burris and get the Giants the lead here. They've tied the game, but done it in a painful way. Wynn struck out in the first inning. The 1-0 pitch is a strike. Fastball. That one clocked at 95. Peavy, when he's throwing that four-seam fastball, is getting a lot of velocity on it tonight. He's throwing with a lot of zip. Working from the windup here. His 1-1 pitch. Wynn checks his swing and takes called strike 2. Peavy kind of locked him up there. I think he changed up on him, and Wynn was ready to pull the trigger, decided not to, but it was in the strike zone. Peavy's one pitch from getting out of this jam. It was bases loaded, nobody out. Now 2 down, runner at third, and 1 run in. Benji Molina would be next. The 1-2. Wynn swings and lines one into left field. Coming in is Headley. He'll make the catch, leaning forward, letter high. So Wynn hit it reasonably hard, but Headley made the play, and the Giants get only the 1 run. And almost an exact replay of the scenarios that played out just a couple of days ago on Sunday afternoon. The Giants load the bases, get a run. On to the 4th. Giants 1, Padres 1.
There's a difference between hearing your name like this,
Courtney Mortimer,
and hearing it like this.
Courtney Mortimer.
There's a difference when you're introduced as.
She's my cousin Gloria, the architect.
Versus being introduced.
Network.
KNBR, San Francisco, a Cumulus station.
Gone, a home run!
KNBR, 680, everything Giants.
Dave Fleming, John Miller, along with Lee Jones. Giants baseball on the radio on a spectacular night in San Francisco at AT&T Park. Giants of the Padres tied at 1. It's the 4th inning now, and Matt Cain against Adrian Gonzalez, the big batter for the Padres. First pitch, he swings and hits a foul off to the left, back into the upper deck. 0-1 the count. Gonzalez is the one guy that Bruce Bochy always says, well, you just can't let this guy beat you. He's the big threat by a wide margin in the Padres lineup. Here's his 0-1 pitch, a swing and a line drive into right field, base hit. Burris made a dive to his left, could not come up with it. Gonzalez has his first hit of the night, a leadoff single. That's the 3rd time now in 4 innings the Padres have had the leadoff man on. Cain, in some ways, he's pitched better from the stretch than he has from the windup. Now Chase Headley to the plate, and Headley looks to be turning a corner, looks to be somebody who is learning some things at the big league level. Still a young, inexperienced hitter, a switch hitter. He's got some power, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. And he takes a pitch in the dirt. Cain tried to change up there, and he missed with it. Ball 1. More than ever before, Kane is trying to feature that off-speed stuff. The change-up, the curveball, the slider. Gonzalez being held at first by Ishikawa. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Headley takes, and that's a curve that spins in for a strike. 1-1. 75-mile-an-hour curveball. Headley hit a home run against Tim Lincecum down in San Diego when the Giants were at Petco Park. Hit one right into what John likes to call the jury box down the right field line. That little cutout of seats straight down the line. 1-1 pitch. He takes high. That was a fastball at 92, but it missed up. 2-1 the count. Kane has been mostly throwing strikes here tonight. He's thrown 46 pitches, 33 strikes. Headley flied out to center field to end the first. 0 for 1, hitting .255 for the year. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. He took a rip at that one, and the count's even 2-2.
I may have called it the jury box, but I don't like to call it that.
Oh, what do you?
I don't remember calling it that, and I may have, but I don't like to.
Oh. Well, I apologize for being imprecise there. I've heard you call it that before.
I didn't like it though.
Oh. What do you like to call it?
I threw it out there, but I didn't really. I thought, no.
2-2 pitch, swinging a soft line drive, base hit into left center field. Just served one right over top the shortstop Renteria. Chase Headley has his first hit. The Padres now with back-to-back singles to start the fourth inning. 2 on, nobody out.
Seems like they're getting a lot of hits on his breaking stuff. Like that looked like a low slider. He doesn't seem to have a real good bite on that slider. And if you don't have the real good break on that, and when a slider bites it, it breaks in a little bit on the lefty and down. And if you don't have that, it just becomes a poor fastball, more like a batting practice fastball.
So runners at first and second, nobody out. Kuzminoff the hitter. A fastball runs outside, ball 1. And we don't know. It could be Kane's not feeling confident in that fastball, and that's why he's throwing a lot of that stuff. But it does seem like he's in some ways hurting himself. He's using those off-speed pitches so much. Padres already have 6 hits against him. The 1-0, a fastball hit high in the air to right field and pretty well hit. Randy Wynn going back. He's at the warning track. He looks up and it's high off the wall and takes a hard care on back past Wynn. Now 2 Padres runners right back to back. Gonzalez and Headley. The relay home. Molina tags out one and he tries to tag out the other. And one is safe and one is out. Gonzalez apparently was missed by Molina. Jumped over the tag attempt. Went back to tag the plate after Benji had put a tag on Headley, and a run scores, and Molina's hot about it. Jeff Nelson, the umpire, in a heated discussion with Molina because he apparently said that Gonzalez leaped over the initial tag attempt. Gonzalez was the first runner. The 2 Padres were practically right on top of each other. Rowan relayed to Ishikawa. He threw home, and there was no immediate signal when Gonzalez scampered past the plate and tried to leap over the tag. Then Headley tried to do the same exact thing, and he was called out. Gonzalez, while Molina was reaching back up to tag out Headley, came back and touched the plate, and that's when the safe call was made. And maybe it was just that Nelson didn't have time to call safe initially, and so waited until the play had ended.
It's almost like Nelson let Gonzalez make the call himself. When Gonzalez went back to the plate and touched it, then Nelson just said, well, he must not have been tagged by Benji or he wouldn't have gone back and tagged the plate. And the thing is that looking at the television replay on one of the angles, it looked like Benji did not tag Gonzalez, the first man who came sliding in. And I think he did get the second runner, Headley, as Headley tried to leap over the top of him. Looked like he got him on the bottom of the right foot, on the bottom of the right shoe.
Meanwhile, after all of that, 1 run has scored. It's 2-1 Padres, and Kuzminoff gets credit for an RBI double and is now standing at third. So with one out, Henry Blanco, and the Giants are going to walk Blanco intentionally. So I think that's what the call initially is that Gonzalez slid safely past Molina and was called safe belatedly, but would have been called safe initially. Nelson just didn't have time to do it, and Headley got tagged out. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a miss by Blanco. Yeah, I said they were intentionally walking him. Molina was standing up on the first pitch. By that time, he went back into a crouch. 1-1 is the count. Infield is in here for the Giants with the run in and the runner at third. 1-1 count, the pitch. Blanco takes down and away.
I think Benji may be claiming that he did tag Gonzalez before he went back and touched the plate. He clearly got Headley as Headley tried to go over the top of him. And that Benji feels like he got Gonzalez maybe on the back of the calf as he was just before he stepped on the plate.
2-1. Blanco swings it. It's a foul. Back out of play.
Crazy play.
Right.
And they would have had the very rare opportunity to see two guys tagged out at the plate in the same play, which that doesn't often happen.
No. 2-2. And Kane throws to Blanco. A high slider taken for ball 3.
The great slide by Gonzalez to avoid the tag of Molina in the first place, because Benji made a dive in front of the corner of the plate. And the only way Gonzalez, I guess, could avoid that tag is by sliding right past the plate.
Full count, 3-2. Kane throws. Blanco swings and fouls one right back to the screen.
So then Gonzalez sort of had a little window of opportunity to go back and tag the plate, because Benji was at that point trying to tag the other guy who was trying to score. And somewhere you'd think that there would be a rule in there where somebody going to the plate would actually have to touch the plate and couldn't just run somewhere past the plate and then go back to tag the plate.
3-2, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back again. Well, I'm wondering whether Jeff Nelson maybe thought that Gonzalez's foot did catch the corner of the plate on that initial slide, and that perhaps he just didn't have time to make the safe call then. He was paying attention to the next guy coming in.
Yeah.
And that's why he ultimately ruled the way he did.
And that could be, because Benji did not tag him.
Yeah, he didn't. 3-2 again. Kuzman off at third. The pitch swung on and fouled, and Blanco practically threw the bat at that one to get a piece of it. He also knocked a piece of the equipment off Benji Molina, like one of those shoulder protectors. Benji goes back to the backstop where it landed and snaps it back in.
It's funny because if Nelson did rule that he had touched the corner of the plate, and the television replay indicated that he might have, but Gonzalez himself didn't think so. He went back to tag the plate in effect a second time.
3-2 pitch. Blanco swings and misses. Strike 3, and he's upset at himself. He chased one there. The slider down and away got him. 2 down. Big out there for Kane and the Giants.
That's a big one. He was pitching for the strikeout. He needed it. And now the Giants have a decision to make. You've got the 8th place hitter up, a switch hitter batting left-handed. First base is open, and the pitcher's up next. Do you walk this guy and go after Peavy, or do you take your chances with Rodriguez? And it looks like they're going to take their chances with him.
Rodriguez has struck out tonight. Switch hitter batting left-handed, a guy with very little power, although he's already hit a home run this year. The pitch is a curve in the dirt and blocked by Molina. Now, if those are the kinds of pitches that Kane is going to use, and perhaps just be very, very careful with Rodriguez, well, he's got to have full confidence in his catcher that the ball does not get by Molina, because that runner is standing at third, and with 2 outs, and particularly with the pitcher waiting on deck, anything that gets by Benji, and Kuzmanov's going to be extra aggressive trying to score. 2-1 San Diego. Here's the pitch, and a fastball right there for a called strike. 1-1.
Going back to Kuzmanov's double in the first place. It's a warm night. There's no wind at all. The ball is jumping here. It was during batting practice. I think that was a ball that normally ends up getting caught out in right center or toward right center.
1-1 pitch, a swing and a high pop-up. That should do it. Lewis coming in from left, angling in into his left, and he makes a two-handed catch, and the Padres are retired. Well, it could have been worse, and a truly unusual play at home plate with two Padres at the same time trying to score, and
Click on BuilderShortSaleCA.com for details. That's BuilderShortSaleCA.com by D.R. Horton, America's builder.
This is Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
Peavy throws, and a first pitch fastball is high to Benji Molina. Ball one, last of the fourth, 2-1. Padres now with the lead. They get a run in the fourth against Kane. Here's the 1-0. A swing and a shot back up the middle, base hit. A line drive, and it almost took Peavy with it. Something off speed, and Molina was ready for it. That's his first hit of the night. Benji's at first with nobody out, and Rowan comes up. Peavy has been real solid at the outset here, although the Giants got a big break. Adrian Gonzalez, I think, made a mistake defensively in the third inning when Kane was trying to put down a sacrifice bunt, tried to go to second and cut down the lead runner. That led to a bases-loaded, nobody-out situation, and yet a double play ball meant the Giants only got one run there. Now the Padres have the lead back. The pitch, Rowan takes on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Fastball at 93 miles an hour. Molina with a short lead at first. The Padres are holding him on. Gonzalez plays him on the bag. One strike pitch and a check swing, didn't mean to. On the right side, Eckstein, long way to go, picks it up. He'll flip underhand to first with Gonzalez on the bag. That puts out Rowan. One away. Well, no hitter likes that. That might be as frustrating of a bat as any hitter can have. Because he was trying to check his swing, he didn't mean to. And yet he put it in play and makes it out. On the play, Molina does move to second. Not always scoring position for Benji. In fact, usually not on just a one-base hit. Molina's off second with one out, and Pablo Sandoval comes up. Sandoval, switch hitter, batting left-handed, popped out to first. The pitch is in tight, and Sandoval hits the dirt and got out of the way, and I don't know how he did. That pitch came right up and in, and Sandoval hit the deck, and that saved him. Wow. And a hard fastball coming right in the neighborhood of his chin. And he sprawled out to avoid being hit there. It had some movement coming back. I don't know in the end if it would have gotten him there, but it had to look frightening. Here's the 1-0 and a swing and a foul off to the left. Another fastball, 1-1. 2-1 Padres. 7 hits for San Diego already. 3 hits for the Giants. Sandoval, his first time up, actually grounded out to short. He is 0 for 1. Waiting for the 1-1 pitch here. Ishikawa waits on deck. And the pitch is swung on a ground ball. Diving at third is Kuzmanov. Has it on the backhand. Drops it. Picks it back up. Throws to first, but it's too late. And Gonzalez almost plays goalie there. Just kind of knocks it down. Keeps it around the bag. Molina didn't go anywhere. He's still at second, but Sandoval has himself an infield hit. The Giants have first and second now with 1 away. Ishikawa the batter. Ishikawa struck out looking in the second, and he is in the midst of a horrible slump. He did pick up a sac fly and an RBI for the first run of the game. It proved to be the winning run on Sunday as the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 2-0. First pitch here. Ishikawa takes, and that fastball over the outside for a called strike. 0-1. He's got 5 runs batted in. 3 of them came in his first at bat of the season. Hitting 156 now. He has not yet taken a walk this year. The 0-1. He swings it. It's a slow tapper on the first base side for a strike. A slider there, and he was fooled by it. 0-2. He is being attacked down and in with sliders lately, and he is going to have to make some kind of adjustment. He faced Peavy a little more than a week ago in San Diego and struck out 3 times. 0-2 off the outside. Tried that backdoor breaking ball but missed with it. So tonight he struck out. That means this season he's faced Peavy 4 times and struck out 4 times. Molina at second, Sandoval at first. 1 away. 2-1 Padres. Peavy looks to second, pitches, and just off the outside. He tried it again. That same backdoor kind of pitch. Ishikawa just really either figures he can't hit that ball or what. He's taking some chances. That one was real close. 2-2. See if they try it again. And the pitch on the way. And a swing and a bouncer foul. He tried that same pitch again. Perhaps didn't put it exactly where he wanted. Still, though, very soft contact by the Giants' first baseman. Peavy gets a new ball, doesn't like it, tosses it back to the umpire, says, I want a different one. So Nelson hands it to Blanco, flips it out to Peavy. He'll climb back on top of the mound now. Total darkness overhead. Lights are on. 2-1. Padres have the lead. 2-2. And the pitch here. Backdoor slider. Call the ball. Wow. Peavy's determined to try it. Ishikawa is determined to take it. Bud Black looks frustrated in the Padres dugout. Took off his hat. Started rubbing his temples. 3-2 pitch. And he tries it again and misses. Ball 4. Peavy was just going to keep going out there. And Ishikawa wasn't going to swing. That's his first walk drawn of the year. And that walk loads the bases. With 1 out, another bases loaded spot for the Giants. This time the hitter is Renteria with Kane on deck. This becomes a big at bat for the Giants to try to get something out of this rally. In some ways, the bases loaded spot has been about the worst situation for the Giants offense here lately. Well, I guess the cynic would say they've at least gotten a run at a time. Giants as a team are 1 of 8 with the bases loaded this year. Bases loaded here, 1 out. The first pitch. Renteria swings it. It's a high drive to left field. Chase Headley goes back at the wall. Gone! Edgar Renteria with a grand slam. His first home run as a Giant. And it's a big one. 5-2 the Giants lead. What a moment for Renteria. Peavy back to work, and Kane swings and misses through a first pitch fastball, strike one. Off to such a slow start this year, but signs lately. And that time he got a hanging breaking ball and hit it out. And he hit it well out, several rows back into the bleachers. It's his 7th career grand slam. Last time he hit one last June against the Indians when he was playing for the Tigers. 0-2 pitch. Kane fouls one back over the screen. And the Giants, who, even with the bases loaded here in the last couple of games, had to fight and scratch and claw for a single run. With one swing, score 4. Here's the 0-2, and Kane strikes out swinging, 2 down. And again, such a big moment, looking for that big hit, looking for the big inning, but particularly for the 8th place hitter with the pitcher on deck and already 1 out. A chance for the bases loaded situation to turn into nothing. And yet Renteria made it hurt for Peavy and the Padres big time. Here's Lewis with 2 down. The pitch. Lewis takes a curve in the dirt. At Peavy, it was like he was trying to steal a strike there. Just kind of flipped a slider over the plate, and it hung, and Renteria gave it a good whack. Here's the 1-0. Lewis hits a high fly ball down the left field line. Headley comes over, crosses over the foul line, and makes the catch. Just enough room there for Chase Headley, and he puts away Fred Lewis. But Edgar Renteria, perhaps his introduction to the fans of San Francisco. They're going to stand up for Renteria. A grand slam against Jake Peavy. The Giants score 4 times in the 4th. And here's John Miller.
Jake Peavy popped up to short his first time, and he takes a ball off the outside, a fastball just missing, ball 1. Jody Garrett, David Eckstein to follow. Well, it seemed rather astounding to see Peavy give up a grand slam. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen, because he's one of the top pitchers in the league, and I don't believe I'd ever seen anybody hit a grand slam against Peavy before. I guess that would make it sort of a shock, a big surprise. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball at the knees on the outside. Strike 2 called to Peavy. But Dave, then we heard an announcement in the press box between innings that really kind of explained why it was such a shock. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's off the outside. 2-2.
First one that he has ever allowed as a big leaguer, and that is amazing.
That is extraordinary. 2-2 pitch. Swing at a high pop fly. Shallow left. Renteria's out, waiting for it, and he makes the catch. Peavy has batted twice and popped out to Renteria both times, and Renteria just hit a grand slam against it. So Peavy, it's almost like whether he's pitching or whether he's hitting, he keeps finding Renteria. Renteria, who led off the third inning with a single and eventually scored the Giants' first run, and then hit a grand slam in his next trip to the plate in the fourth inning. Here is Jody Garrett, the leadoff man, and a curveball drops in there for a called strike. Garrett has singled and scored a run, and he has flied out to shallow center. 1-for-2. Giants lead 5-2. Now the pitch. Swing, and a little bouncer hit softly foul off to the right over toward the visiting dugout on the first base side. The count is 0-2. And Dave, is that the California hornblower that has come steaming into McCovey Cove?
Why, yes, it is.
Ahoy!
Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's low and inside for a ball. 1-2.
What a night to be out on the water.
The perfect night to be on one of those bay cruises, and AT&T Park, a regular stop. Now the pitch, fastball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Giants lead 5-2 here in the fifth inning. People out on deck on the California hornblower, taking photos, soaking in the electricity of AT&T Park as Garrett slaps one foul off the left field side and back into the second deck. Five runs, 5 hits for the Giants. 2 runs, 7 hits for the Padres. Now Kane delivers. Fastball swung on, hit high in the air and out toward Death Valley in right center. Back into his right wind, plenty of room, and he makes the catch. That one was not hit well enough that it even gave the ballpark a chance to take one away. So 2 down, and here is Eckstein. But Dave, you had described how he kept throwing slider after slider to Ishikawa and finally walked him. And it was a slider that hung right out over the middle of the plate that Renteria launched for the grand slam. So at least one slider too many. Here's Eckstein, right-handed hitter, and a fastball in there for a called strike.
And you do have to wonder, I mean, you can sort of understand with Ishikawa, he was trying to keep it away, and he caught him looking with one back in the second inning.
Here's the pitch, a little slider off the outside, a ball and a strike.
But he's had an excellent fastball PV has all night. He's been throwing hard, 94, 95.
And never challenged Ishikawa with one either. There's a swing and a bloop foul off to the right. A good fastball on the inner half of the plate to Eckstein. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kept trying to sneak one by him on the outside, and finally lost him. Well, it is kind of remarkable. Just tells you how great a pitcher Peavy has been, that this was the first grand slam he'd ever allowed. Now a fastball a little bit low. 2-2 the count to Eckstein. Eckstein has had a sacrifice bunt, and he has singled. Giants lead 5-2 here in the fifth. Now a swing, line drive into right field, a base hit. Well, Kane's a little disappointed, kind of hollering at himself after that base hit. Eckstein is such a pesky kind of a hitter. He caused Kane to throw 5-6 pitches there or more, and then he got the base hit. That could have happened on one pitch. So Eckstein is aboard, and here is Brian Giles, who has had an infield hit for an RBI and has grounded into a double play. Left-handed hitter, and he looks at a curveball in for a strike. It's 0-1. 5-2 Giants here in the fifth inning. I remember asking Steve Carlton about Ron Hunt, a guy who used to play for the Giants, and he says Ron Hunt drove him nuts. And he said you couldn't strike him out. He says every time he was up there, it was going to be a 10, 12, 13, 14 pitch at bat. There's Giles popping one up, foul, third base side, racing over to the Giants dugout. Sandoval leans in, but it's beyond his reach. The ball bounces untouched in the dugout and then hops up into the seats. 0-2 the count to Giles. So Carlton, who usually had complete games in those days, said if there was nobody on base, Hunt would come up. Hunt got hit with pitches a lot anyway. He'd just drill him intentionally. He said, I figured, hey, that just saved me 10, 12 pitches. Might get an extra inning at the other end because I drilled him. He's probably going to get hit or get a walk or something anyway. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Ishikawa comes down the line from first on the fair side of the line and makes the catch. Giles retired, and that's all for the Pods. One hit, one left. Now to the last half of the fifth inning. Burris, Wynn, and Molina coming up. The Giants lead 5.
Nothing like Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
Emmanuel Burris drops a bunt on the third base side on the first pitch from Peavy. Here in the last of the fifth inning, the ball rolls foul. So it's strike one. Burris on a hit and run play grounded out to third in the first inning and grounded into a double play that brought home the Giants' first run. That was in the third, so he's 0 for 2. Curveball bounced to short. In to field it, Rodriguez the throw to first in time, and Burris is 0 for 3. So with one away, Randy Wynn will come up. Giants 5, Padres 2 here in the last of the fifth. They had a lot of rain tonight in Philadelphia, but they've got the ball game in. The Phillies finally have defeated the Milwaukee Brewers 11-4. Jamie Moyer got the win over Manny Parra. And the Cubs beat the Reds in Chicago 7-2. Rich Harden got the win over Micah Owings. And there's ball one to Randy Wynn. The Astros lead the Dodgers 8-5 in the top of the ninth in Houston. Wynn takes a changeup low. 2-0. Wynn has struck out and lined out to left. A switch hitter batting left-handed. Jose Valverde tried to save that game in the top of the ninth in Houston. Now a fastball that is up and away. But the Dodgers have the bases loaded. And 2 down. Russell Martin at the plate, trailing 8-5 in Houston. 3-0 pitch. Wynn takes at the knees for a strike. It's 3-1. Manny Ramirez hit his third home run of the year for LA, and that one Carlos Lee hit number 3 for Houston. Giants leading here 5-2 in the fifth. The pitch. Wynn takes outside, ball 4. That is the third walk allowed by Jake Peavy, and it will bring up Benji Molina. The Diamondbacks lead the Rockies 6-3 in Arizona, top of the sixth inning. Eric Burns, Chris Young, and Mark Reynolds have all hit home runs for the D-backs. D-backs are 5-8. The Rockies are 4-8. Giants lead here 5-2, last of the fifth. Benji Molina started that 4-run fourth inning rally with a line drive single to center. There's a throw to first, and back to the bag is Wynn. The Nationals beat Atlanta 4-3. Rookie Chiron Martis got the win over Kawakami. Hanrahan a save. Adam Dunn hit a home run. There's a sinking fastball low and inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Molina. The Pirates beat the Marlins 3-2 in Pittsburgh. Karstens over Sanchez. And Freddie Sanchez hit a home run for the Pirates. Anibal Sanchez took the loss for the Marlins. There's a throw to first, and Wynn back to the bag standing. Wynn a threat to steal. He stole 27 last year and only got thrown out twice, and he leads the Giants with 3 steals so far this year in 3 attempts. Gonzalez on the bag with him. 1 out. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Benji chasing a low fastball that was down and out of the strike zone. Cardinals beat the Mets in St. Louis 6-4. Mott got the win over J.J. Putz. Cardinals with a 2-run 8th inning to break a 4-4 tie. Ryan Franklin got the save. The National League out-of-town scoreboard. Giants lead here 5-2, last of the 5th. 1 out, Win at first. Now a swing and a little dribbler fouled off to the left. And it's 1-2 to Benji. Baltimore beat the White Sox at Camden Yards 10-3 to snap a 5-game losing streak. Aubrey Huff hit 2 home runs for the Orioles. Last of the 5th down in Anaheim. The Tigers lead the Angels 3-2. Curtis Granderson has hit 2 home runs for the Tigers. He's got 4 now. Peavy at the belt. He throws. Fastball, a double play ball to short. Over to his left to field it. Rodriguez to second for 1. Eckstein flips it back over to first in plenty of time to double up Molina, who is not very fast. Not fast is probably not the right word. Who has no speed whatsoever. And that ends the inning. Giants with no
Giants.
Tomorrow, this brief series finishes up. Just a 2-game set. The Padres in town for the first time this year. And there are still some good seats available for afternoon baseball here at AT&T Park. The Giants will be here at home against the Padres before heading down to Arizona. First pitch time is 12:45 in the afternoon, so a little bit of an unusual start time. 12:45 first pitch. Zito against Chris Young. Tickets are available at sfgiants.com.
And my iPhone says the weather is supposed to be fantastic tomorrow.
Really nice.
73 high. Not hot like it was today, but just right. Copacetic. Yeah. Here's a called strike. Changeup in there to Adrian Gonzalez, the cleanup man for the Padres, leading it off in the 6th against Kane. 5-2 Giants. Now Kane with a fastball just off the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez has struck out and singled and scored a run, and that run was sheathed in controversy. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit. 1 hop over to Rowan, moving to his left to field it. That is the 9th hit for the Padres against Kane. They've had at least 1 hit in every inning of this game, but only the 2 runs. Giants lead 5-2. Now Chase Headley. Headley has flied out to center and singled. Gonzalez and Headley both tried to score on a double by Kuzminoff in the 4th inning. And Headley was just a couple of steps behind Gonzalez. Here's the pitch, and a curveball in there for a strike. Molina made a diving tag attempt against Gonzalez as he slid with a fadeaway slide, and then Headley tried to jump over the top of Benji, and Benji tagged him in the bottom of the right foot as he did. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swing, and it's fisted foul back into the second deck. Dave Fleming pointed out at the time, because Gonzalez then turned around and tried to go back to home plate, and Benji thought that he had tagged him on the calf before he actually had touched home plate. But the television replay indicated that Benji's initial tag on Gonzalez, there was no tag. He missed him, and Gonzalez may have actually touched the plate, although apparently he didn't think so himself. Swinging a foul off to the left and into the lower deck of the seats. But the more you see the replay, the more it appears that Jeff Nelson got both calls absolutely right. I'll give him all of the best grades you can give an umpire, because it was totally out of the ordinary. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul off to the left and back into the second deck. Still 0-2.
I agree with you, and I think the key was he put himself in a good position and then let the play unfold. And you like an umpire to make a call right away to let everybody know what's going on, but it was such an unusual play. I think he was focused on trying to get it right first.
He made the call sort of backwards, which I think did confuse the issue, at least up here, a little bit. Here's the stretch, the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and there's a high drive down the right field line, down toward the foul pole. It is hooking. It is foul and up onto the arcade. It hits the arcade and then bounces out and into San Francisco Bay. But foul by, 15 feet. Not foul by much. Ball is jumping tonight. No wind. It's warm. That was a fastball up and in, and Headley hit a soaring drive. Remember, it's only 309 feet to the foul pole. And that was not foul by all that much. Clearly foul, though. There was no question about it. 0-2 to Headley. King keeps throwing him strikes. Headley keeps fighting him off. Runner at first, nobody out. Kane delivers. Fastball, fouled back and out of play again. Headley 1 for 2 in the game. Kevin Kuzminoff, who has 2 hits on deck. Giants lead 5-2. And the Giants bullpen is going to spring into action. Brandon Metters, a right-hander, trots down to the bullpen along the left field line. Again, Kane sets, throws. Curveball, bounced foul off to the right. Still 0-2. Padres got a run in the first inning, knocked in by Giles with an infield hit. The Giants tied the game in the third on a bases-loaded double play ball hit by Burris. Padres regained the lead in the fourth inning, and that doubled off the right field wall by Kuzminoff. It spurred all the controversy. Now a slider that's in the dirt, swung on and missed by Headley. Strike 3. The ball ricochets off Molina and over to the right about 20 feet or so from the plate, and over to second base goes Gonzalez. That was a perfect slider with 2 strikes to finally put away Headley, who had fouled off several pitches with 2 strikes. And I think that slider actually ended up hitting the edge of home plate. And that's the big reason it got away from Benji. So it's a strikeout, but also a wild pitch. Second wild pitch of the game thrown by Kane. Netter's up in the bullpen. Kane has thrown 92 pitches for the night. The batter will be Kuzmanov. He has singled and hit that long double to right to knock in a run. And a fastball over the inside corner for a called strike. 5-2, the Giants are leading. In the Padre bullpen, Luis Perdomo, Rule 5 draftee of the Giants, who spent all of spring training with the Giants, and then they put him on waivers, and the Padres claimed him. Here's the one-strike delivery. Fastball is driven into left center field on the run. Aaron Rowan to his right, gets there and reaches out and makes a backhanded catch. The ball was hit off the end of the bat by Kuzmanov. If he'd really clobbered it, I think he would have had his double into the alleyway, but it took a little while to get there, and Rowan had no trouble tracking it down. So Kuzmanov is retired for the first time. Gonzalez holding at second, and the batter will be Henry Blanco. Blanco has struck out twice against Kane. 2 of the 5 strikeouts for Kane in the game. 6th inning, Giants ahead 5-2. Kane delivers. Low and outside for ball 1 with a fastball. Luis Rodriguez on deck. Now Perdomo has been joined in the Padres bullpen by another right-hander. Here's Kane into his stretch. The pitch. Fastball just missing right around the outside corner, right around the knees, but maybe a little bit low, a little bit off the outside. Edwin Moreno, the right-hander, has joined right-hander Perdomo in the Padre bullpen. 2-0 the count to Blanco. Here's Kane throwing. A swing and a pop-up. Foul off to the left. Coming over Molina, and that one will reach well back into the lower deck. 2-1 the count. Now Jeremy Affeldt gets up from the Giants dugout, and Affeldt, a left-hander, is also going to head down to the bullpen. Giants 5, Padres 2 here in the 6th inning. Kane about to throw his 98th pitch of the night. Gonzalez, who led off the inning with a single, is at second base. 2 down. Kane goes into his stretch. He's at the belt. Looks at second. Now throws. Swing and a foul. That's off the facing of the luxury condominium suite level. 2-2 the count. And the battle continues, and first Headley, now Blanco, really giving Kane a workout in this inning. Again, Kane to the plate. Slider well off the outside. Now it is 3-2. Blanco, former Cub, now a Padre. A 2-home run game against the Giants a week ago Saturday. Runner at second, 2 down. Here's the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, popped up, foul. Behind the plate, Molina comes back, but this too is well back into the crowd. Still 3-2. Kane will try it again. His 101st pitch of the game upcoming. Now he steps off the slab. Now back on the slab, peering in at Molina for the sign. Goes into his stretch. Looks back at Gonzalez at second. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul back into the second deck. Well, the Padres continue to play tough to put away against Kane here with 2 strikes. And a lot of 2-strike foul balls in this inning. First from Headley, now from Blanco. 2 down, runner at second. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a high drive into left center, out toward the 404 marker. Plenty of room for Rowan, and he's got it. 102 pitches for Kane in 6 innings. Maybe that was his final pitch of the night. We'll see. But he gets
Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
Here come the Giants into the last of the sixth inning, and Aaron Rowan takes a called strike on the outside from Jake Peavy. Rowan, a right-handed hitter, has fouled out to first, grounded out to second, facing the right-hander Peavy. 5-2, the Giants lead. The one-strike delivery, swing and popped up, shallow right center. Eckstein out, but in from right field comes Giles, angling to his right, more center than right as he gets there and makes the catch. Rowan has not been able to make hard contact against Peavy tonight. One away, here is Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval fueled that 4-run fourth inning rally with an infield hit, a broken back grounder down the third base side, on which Kuzmanov made a dive to keep it on the infield, but could not throw Sandoval out. Pablo lunges at an off-speed delivery and pops it foul into the second deck off to the left. Strike one. Down in Anaheim, Angels 3, Tigers 3, last of the sixth inning. Here's the pitch. A high slider swung on and fouled off the chest protector of the plate umpire, Jeff Nelson. I'm just impressed with Nelson all the way around tonight. I think that he handled that play professionally, beautifully, calmly, under pressure, but the two guys coming in at the plate at the same time. And I think his definition of the strike zone has been excellent all night. I think he's just been sensational. Now, maybe some hitters and pitchers and whatnot with this, but I don't think that we've had many real arguments from anybody with Jeff Nelson. 0-2 the count to Sandoval. The pitch, swing and a pop-up, shallow left center field. Racing in from left to his left is Headley, and he makes the catch. And Headley was more in center than left by the time he got there. So two pop fly outs, and here comes Travis Ishikawa. Up the coast in Seattle, way up the coast in the Pacific Northwest. The Mariners lead the Rays 4-2, top of the seventh. Jared Washburn pitching that one for the Mariners. Ishikawa swings at a slider and ropes one down the right field line. That's falling, and that's in there. Base hit. Giles hustles over to cut it off. Ishikawa's going to test him. Heading for second. The throw offline. It's a sliding double for Ishikawa. And he got that double because he thought double the moment he hit the ball. Once Giles cut the ball off before it went through all the way into the right field corner, I thought, well, Ishikawa's not a real fast guy, likely only a single, but he just kept on going. And he made it. So Ishikawa with his first double of the year. That's the play. You're supposed to try to get a double with two down, and he did it. Here is Renteria. And a backdoor sinker that comes back to the plate for a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, John. With two outs, you got to try. But I think you're right to give him credit, because I think there's some hitters who maybe don't realize that right out of the box.
0-1 the count. The pitch. And a sinker. Low and outside for a ball. Renteria hit a grand slam in the fourth inning. One out. Bases loaded. Got a hanging slider from Peavy, and it's the only grand slam Peavy has ever given up in his big league career. 7th career grand slam for Renteria. Slider in the dirt outside. 2-1. Now, the pitcher's spot is next, but Andres Torres has come out on deck. We have likely seen the last of Kane. Jeremy Affeldt is up in the bullpen, the left-hander for the Giants. 2-1 the count to Renteria. The pitch. Fastball lined into right field, a base hit. Couple of hops, charged by Giles. Heading home, Ishikawa. Here comes a throw home. He's in there safely, breaking for second. Renteria, and the throw down by Blanco to the shortstop Rodriguez. Renteria is tagged out near second, and the inning is over. But Ishikawa hustled that ball into a double, and then hustled home. And Ishikawa deserves a lot of credit there.
Trading stores. Need it now? And how? Extra Mile stores, exclusively at select Chevron locations.
At Autotrader.com, compare new and used cars side by side. Compare models, features, even price. So no matter what you're looking for, you can find the car you want at the price you want. It's like free agency, only for cars. Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
7th inning, new pitcher for the Giants and a new center fielder. As the Padres come up, the Giants lead the game 6-2, and to tell you all about it, here is Dave Fleming.
Brandon Metters is the new pitcher, and his first pitch is a fastball over the outside to Luis Rodriguez for a called strike one. Torres is now the center fielder, and it is a double switch. So Andres Torres is in the game, and he bats ninth. He'll lead off in the last of this, the 7th inning. Metters with the 0-1, and it's up high. Fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Rodriguez. Edgar Gonzalez has a bat, and he's on deck as a possible pinch hitter. And perhaps part of the reason that it's Metters right now as opposed to Jeremy Affeldt. Here's the 1-1. And a slider, curveball. That breaking pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2. The Padres bench is all right-handed. So perhaps Metters is in because Rodriguez is a switch hitter, and then a guaranteed right-handed batter is coming up next. Then you have the left-hander Garrett. Maybe that's when we'll see Affeldt. 1-2 pitch. Rodriguez a check swing foul off to the left. Kane throws 102 pitches in 6 innings. Gives up 2 runs. He allowed 9 hits. Padres were swinging the bats against him. But very key for Kane, he did not walk anybody. 5 strikeouts, no walks. Here's the 1-2, a swing and a foul. Another curveball from Metters. And Rodriguez was all off balance there. Did well, I think, based on the look of that swing, just to stay alive. 1-2 against Metters. Brandon Metters earned a spot with the Giants on the opening day roster with a solid performance in the spring. He is pitching for the 7th time, 6 2/3 innings before tonight, 2 runs allowed. The pitch, swinging a hard ground ball, and diving Burris can't get it. So on the right side it threw, and Rodriguez starts it off with a hard ground ball single. Wynn gets the ball and flips it back to second. Padres trailing 6-2, need base runners here. It will be Edgar Gonzalez, the pinch hitter, against Metters while he walks to the plate. We'll pause for station identification. This is the San Francisco Giants Radio Network.
KNBR, San Francisco, a Cumulus station.
What a shot.
What a show.
What a spectacular play.
There's nothing like Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
Dave Fleming, John Miller here as we bring you Giants baseball on the radio tonight from AT&T Park in San Francisco. Giants 6, Padres 2 in the 7th. Runner at first, nobody out. Edgar Gonzalez hits against Metters, and that's ball 1. A fastball misses down, 1-0. Affeldt is warming up in a hurry, and it looks like he is getting ready to come into this game. Now Garrett is on deck. The Padres also have Scott Hairston on the bench, and Hairston is a center fielder. So if Affeldt comes in, the Padres could make a move. 1-0. Swinging a high pop-up into right field. There is Wynn coming in now, and he'll just wait for it. That one hit way up there. It finally comes down. He makes the catch, 1 away. So Gonzalez is retired as the pinch hitter, and we'll see what the Giants elect to do. Garrett will dig in. Bruce Bochy has emerged from the dugout, and he's coming out. Bochy's going to make the call and go to the bullpen. Affeldt will be coming into this game, and we'll see if the Padres counter with Hairston. So Bochy will make the pitching change here. And the pitching change brought to you by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. So Affeldt comes in. Affeldt pitched twice in the series against the Diamondbacks. Another RBI hit in the 6th. 5 runs batted in, matches his single game high in his long, distinguished Major League career. It's been Edgar Renteria's night, and that's where it stands. 6-2 Giants here in the 7th. Hairston announced as the pinch hitter for Garrett. Affeldt has finished his warm-ups and is ready to go to work. Rodriguez at first. The pitch. Swinging a foul off to the right. Back out of play. The Diamondbacks have given up their lead down in Arizona in the 6th inning. The Rockies now lead 7-6. 4 runs in the 6th for Colorado. 3 home runs tonight for Arizona, and yet at the moment they trail by a run. Just the 6th inning. 7-6 Rockies. Affeldt set. He throws. Hairston swings, and it's another foul. Back out of play. Quickly, Affeldt is ahead of Hairston, 0-2. Dodgers lost. They tried to rally in the 9th, but they leave the bases loaded. 8-5 Houston. Russ Ortiz got the win. So the former Giant back in the big leagues. His first win of the year. Native Texan Kershaw got hit pretty hard and took the loss. Jose Valverde his first save of the season. 0-2. Slider hit foul along the third base side. Came right in on the hands of Hairston. It's 0-2. Rodriguez leading off first, but it's a short lead. 0-2 pitch. Swinging another foul. Hit that one right off his foot. It skipped out towards the mound, and Affeldt broke from the mound like the ball was in play, but Nelson, the plate umpire, immediately ruled it a foul ball, and it was. It came off of Hairston's foot. 0-2. Hairston is 28 years old, from a great baseball family. He came up with the Arizona Diamondbacks and was thought to be a big prospect. He has not fulfilled those expectations, but he's turned himself into a solid big leaguer. He's in a platoon spot here with the Padres. 0-2. Swinging a foul off to the right. Hard fastball, and Hairston's swing was late. Affeldt is pounding the strike zone here. He's thrown 5 pitches. The count's still 0-2, but Hairston's hanging in there against him. And getting a pretty good look at Affeldt's stuff. Eckstein waits on deck. Then Giles, then Gonzalez. The 2-strike pitch. Hairston swings and lines one back up the middle into center field, base hit. Torres, the new center fielder for the Giants, plays it on a hop and throws back into the infield. But the Padres are starting to build a rally here. Hairston with a pinch hit single. He's at first. Rodriguez to second, stopping there. 2 on, 1 out for Eckstein. And Eckstein's job is to get on base, keep the line moving, and if he does that, that would get the possible tying run to home plate. And it would be Brian Giles. Affeldt, you would figure, the Giants bullpen is quiet, is in this game at least through those 2 hitters, 2 lefties looming after Eckstein. The pitch in the dirt. Ball 1, a fastball. Pulled it down and in. Eckstein has been a real pest tonight. A bunt plus 2 hits. He's 2 for 2. He's hitting .340 here in the early going. He's been a big reason why the Padres are off to a nice start. 9-4 record. The 1-0 pitch is low. 2-0. Now, all that said about Eckstein, the last thing you can do is walk him. You have to force this guy to earn his way on base with the big hitters who can do the real damage coming up. 4-run Giants lead. It's now a bullpen game on both sides. And the 2-0. Eckstein takes all the way and takes a strike. That one was right down the middle. Molina gives the signs. Affeldt throws. Eckstein swings and grounds one to first. Ishikawa has it. He's going to go to second for 1. Renteria on the bag covering. That's all the Giants will get. So Ishikawa, who's got a lot of confidence in his throwing ability, went to second to cut down one of the lead runners. On the play, Rodriguez goes to third. Hairston, the man forced out. Eckstein safe on the fielder's choice. 2 down with Giles coming up. And this becomes a real key moment right here. Even though it's a 4-run cushion for the Giants, Adrian Gonzalez, who is easily the Padres' best hitter, is on deck. Giles, who is such a patient hitter, loves to draw the walk. Should he do that, the bases would be loaded. Gonzalez would be the possible tying run, and he's the power threat for San Diego. The pitch here. Giles swings and a slow roller to second. Burris has it. His throw to first is just in time. Well, Burris waited on that one and then didn't put a whole lot on the throw. And tell you what, that was a lot closer than it could have been. In the end, the job is done and the side is.
Insurance, personal insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management make Heffernan part of your team.
Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
7th inning summary sponsored by Fry's Electronics. Your best buys are always at Fry's, guaranteed. Edgar Renteria with his 7th career grand slam. First one ever given up by Padres ace Jake Peavy, and that's the big blow in this one. Giants lead 6-2. Last of the 7th here. And Andres Torres will bat against the new San Diego pitcher. It's Luis Perdomo. Perdomo, who spent all of spring training with the Giants as a Rule 5 pick. Throws, and Torres takes a strike over the outside. It's 0-1. And Perdomo was in line to make this club. Make the Giants, that is. He had to in order for the Giants to keep him. 1-strike pitch is up and away for a ball. But Perdomo came back here for those final exhibition games in this park after the end of the Cactus League schedule. The 1-1 to Torres. He swings in. It's a little dribbler foul. Cal moves to 1-2. And Perdomo had just a disastrous outing where he could not throw strikes. He was walking hitters, and then he was throwing wild pitches. And Perdomo was designated by the Giants, and the Padres immediately grabbed him up. 1-2, swing and a drive down the left field line. Headley coming over on the move, but it lands just foul. Right on the back slope or thereabouts of the Giants bullpen mound down the left field line. Torres, thinking extra bases, was out of the box in a hurry, but a foul ball. It's 1-2. Because the Padres claimed Perdomo, same situation as the Giants, he has to stay on the 25-man roster for the entire season or else be exposed again. But the Padres liked his arm, saw him in the Cactus League, and here he is pitching in the San Diego bullpen. 1-2 is low, 2-2. And pitching against the team that essentially gave him this opportunity. Perdomo was with the Cardinals. He's pitched in 2 Padres games, so 2 big league games, 2 innings and a third. He's given up a run. The only hit he's allowed was a Carlos Delgado home run, but he has walked 3 and he has not yet struck out a big league hitter. 2-2 to Torres. Batting left-handed. The pitch. He swings and misses. There's his first strikeout. 1 down. So Torres, not quite the heroics of the other night when Andres came in as a part of a double switch on Friday night against the Diamondbacks and hit his second ever big league home run, his first one since 2003. Hit it against Scott Schoenweiss. A great moment in a game, a tight game that the Giants would win 2-0. Lewis swings at the first pitch and takes one down the left field line, but foul. Just a little too much slice on it. Lewis, who loves to hit the ball to left center field, hit the ball the other way. That time nearly had himself an extra base hit, but a foul ball and just a strike, 0-1. Lewis has a hit and a walk. He is 1 for 2 on base 2 more times, hitting an even .400. The pitch is low. Sinker misses down. Perdomo's got the power sinker. His ball moves a lot. That's what the Giants liked about him. 1-1. The pitch to Lewis. He swings and misses. And that was a fastball with a lot of action, almost like a slider diving down and in. The pitch, Lewis. And that another sinking fastball was taken down. 2-2 the count to Fred Lewis. 2-2 pitch. Lewis swings a slow bouncer over the mound, charging Eckstein. He's got it. Quick flip to first is just in time. Lewis is gone, 2 away. 2 outs, bases empty. For Emmanuel Burris, who's had a tough night. Burris is 0 for 3 at the plate, 3 ground balls. Hit into a double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. So the Giants scored a run on that play, but when you hit into a double play, you do not get credit for an RBI. Burris is off to a very slow start offensively. 7 for his first 40. Batting left-handed here. Perdomo throws and a strike over the outside. That fastball clocked at 95 miles an hour. That one had a little extra on it. 0-1 to Burris. Perdomo throws. Burris swings a slow bouncer to second. Eckstein handles that one. Easy throw. 1-2-3 go the Giants against the guy they had for all of spring training, Luis Perdomo. I'm sure that feels good for him. So the Giants go quietly in the 7th, on to the 8th. attorney Steve Moskowitz, LLP. Call 1-888-TAX-DEAL. 6-2 Giants in the 8th. Here's John Miller.
Okay, Dave, and Affeldt to Adrian Gonzalez, lefty versus lefty. And he throws a fastball in there at 94 miles an hour for a called strike. So Howry getting ready in the bullpen, a right-hander. After the left-handed hitting Gonzalez, you've got the switch hitting Headley due next. Now the 1-strike offering. Swinging a ground ball to the right side, far to his left, and into the outfield goes Burris. He's up with it and throws to first for the out. One away. Ball was not hit that hard, and Burris knew that Gonzalez is not a particularly fast runner, so he angled back, taking a little longer route to get to the ball in the outfield, and then was able to still easily throw him out. So 1 out. Here is Headley. Switch hitter batting right-handed. The right-handed hitting Kuzminoff on deck. 6-2, the Giants lead. And a curveball that runs inside for ball 1. Headley, at the start of the night, hitting .222 batting right-handed, .281 batting left-handed. So Bochy stays with the lefty Affeldt. Now the curve, that one is in there for a called strike. Headley tonight has flied out to center, singled, and struck out. All of those 3 at-bats against the right-handed throwing Matt Cain. 1-1 pitch, fastball away. 2-1. So Affeldt, the left-hander, in there, and that puts Headley on what, at least so far this year, has been his weaker side. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Giants. 2 runs, 11 hits for the Padres. 2-1 pitch, fastball, bounced foul off to the left and into the Giants' dugout. And Rich Aurilia standing there and reached up, barehanded that ball very coolly, calmly. And then he flipped it up to a young fan in the stands. 2-2 the count, the pitch. And a hard breaking ball in the dirt. And the count is 3-2. Dodgers had their 8-game winning streak ended tonight in Houston. The Astros, who went into that game 4-9, beat L.A. 8-5. And the former Giant, Russ Ortiz, got the win. He made that club in spring training. 3-2 pitch, grounded down the third base side. Foul. And heads on down the left field line and into the bullpen, where Bob Howry ends up knocking it down. The man who was warming up in the Giants bullpen. For the Dodgers, beaten by Houston. Ortiz got the win over Kershaw. Kershaw got roughed up in that game. Valverde got the save. 3-2 pitch. Curveball hit right back through the legs of Affeldt and into center field, a base hit. So Headley crosses up the strategy, gets a base hit batting right-handed. And with a runner at first and 1 out here in the 8th inning, Kuzminoff, the right-handed hitter, coming up. Bochy is going to bring in Bob Howry. Well, it's time. that in Houston to the former Giant, Russ Ortiz, and the Astros. All right, here's Howry ready to go to Kevin Kuzminoff. Runner at first, one out. And the pitch fouled off the fists and back into the second deck. Strike one.
And Dodgers offense coming into tonight's games leading the National League in runs scored. Deep offense and with some power, with some speed, and as you described there, a lot of those hitters are coming to life right now.
It's a real strong lineup. And I think there may not be many better in the National League. There goes the runner from first. The pitch is swung on and missed. Molina throw to second, and it's not in time. A steal for Headley, and he stole that one on Bob Howry. Down by 4 runs. The guy's got to make sure that he's got the jump that he can make it. And Howry didn't seem to be paying that much attention to him. 0-2 the count to Kuzminoff. Now Molina goes out to speak to Howry very briefly. You were talking about the Dodgers and their offense. They had the most runs scored, and they had only allowed 40 runs. They'd outscored the opposition 82-40, and they'd only played 13 games. 0-2 pitch in the dirt with a fastball way off the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kuzminoff. Kuzminoff has singled. He hit that double off the Willie Mays wall out in right field in the 4th inning, on which a run scored and nearly 2 runners were tagged out. But one just did score and the other was tagged out as they came in one right after the other at the plate. Crazy play. So Kuzminoff lined out to left center his last time. He is 2 for 3 in the game and hitting .302 for the young season. Guy that the Padres think could end up being a star in this league. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing, ground ball into the hole at short. Far to his right goes Renteria. Here's the long throw to first. One hop and handled by Ishikawa. Ishikawa handled that one like fielding a sharp one-hop ground ball. And I think Renteria intentionally bounced that throw over there just to try to get rid of it and get it there more quickly. Headley held on at second base so as not to give Renteria an easier play to make over at third. So 2 down. Here is Blanco. Runner at second. Giants lead 6-2 in the 8th inning. Blanco has struck out twice and flied out to left center. He's 0 for 3. Howry throws. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Out in the desert in Arizona, Rockies 7, Diamondbacks 6, top of the 8th inning. 3 home runs for Arizona, but they trail in that game. A 4-run 6th inning for the Rockies put them ahead. They had been down 6-3. Now a swing, and there's a high fly ball into deep left center. Back into his left is Lewis, and he's called off by Andres Torres, and Torres reaches out and makes a backhanded catch. And it's a good thing he did, because he called off Lewis, and Lewis was basically squared up and waiting for it by that time.
Start breaking the financial code. Edgar Renteria with the grand slam. 5 runs batted in, tying a career high. Part of the reason the Giants lead 6-2 last of the 8th.
And here is Randy Wynn leading it off against Luis Perdomo. The right-hander throws him a fastball, swung on and missed, and Randy chased a bad ball. 0-1 the count. Giants 6 runs, 7 hits. The Padres 2 runs, 12 hits. Wynn is 0 for 2 with a walk. Batting left-handed now. He swings at a sinker and doesn't get it. Strike 2. And Randy really not seeing the ball well out of the hand of Perdomo. He swung at 2 bad balls out of the strike zone here. Looks a little over-anxious. And Wynn has not been hitting here for the last 8-9 days. His average down to 224, and he swings here and hammers one down the right field line into the corner. Foul. Foul by 4 or 5 feet. Down near the visiting bullpen dugout. Beneath the jury box.
No, you would never call it that.
Well, I may have called it that, but I don't like to.
As John so often describes it.
The jury box. Oh. Hate that. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Perdomo, and he is throwing the way he threw most of the spring. And impressed the Giants so much that even though he was a Rule 5 draftee and the guy that they would rather have had in the minor leagues, Rule 5 draftee, you've got to keep him on your 25-man big league roster, or you have to put him through waivers. And obviously he has such a good arm with a great sinker that they knew he was not going to go through waivers. Somebody would claim him. Here's the pitch to Molina. Fastball over the outside for a strike. But then the Cactus League ended and the Giants played their final few exhibitions here, and the first one in which Perdomo appeared was very poor. Here's the ball inside to Molina. 1-1 the count. Benji is fouled out to first. Single to center, starting the 4-run 4th inning rally, and he is grounded into a double play. 1 for 3 in the game. Giants put Perdomo on waivers the next day. Slider low and outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Then the next thing to do is they arrived in San Diego to take on the Padres, and there was Perdomo in a Padre uniform. The Padres acquired him on waivers. Now the stretch. 2-1 pitch. Lunged at and popped up foul down the right field line. Going after it is Gonzalez, and he runs out of room. Those field level boxes got in his way. 2-2 the count. Well, Colorado's Todd Helton has hit a home run in the 8th inning in Phoenix, and that game is now 9-6. Colorado leading Arizona. Helton got a shoulder-high fastball from John Rauch and launched it. Now Molina dribbles one up the first base side, foul. 2-2 the count. First home run of the year for Todd Helton. Helton back after some surgery, didn't play that much last year. Off to a real slow start. He was hitting 200, and that's his first home run. 9-4 Colorado leading. That goes to the last of the 8th now in Phoenix. Pitch to Molina. Slider is lined into right field for a base hit. That ball was about shoe top high, a slider, and Benji hit it solidly into right field. His second hit of the game. Hit number 8 for the Giants. I don't know how Benji could hit that ball. Not many guys could hit one down where that one was, and he hit it hard. He hit it squarely. And he practically bent over at the waist like he was going to reach down and tie his shoes. You don't see many guys swinging at pitches that low. So now Nate Scherholtz comes up as a pinch hitter for Howry. Scherholtz, a left-handed hitter, 1 out, 1 on. Takes a slider, too low for ball 1. Justin Miller, a right-hander, is warming up in the Giants bullpen, getting ready for the 9th inning. The Giants lead the game 6-2. Scherholtz has had 4 at-bats so far this year. 1 hit. Pitch to him in the dirt with a fastball. Bouncing into Blanco, the catcher. Now it is 2-0. So Scherholtz has been very cool and calm here despite his relative inactivity so far this season. And he's shown a sharp eye here against Perdomo. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul off the left field line. That's that sinker from Perdomo. Started off on the maybe the middle of the plate to the outer half of the plate and then ran maybe even off the plate. He's got a lot of movement on that fastball when he's right. Here's the stretch and the 2-1 pitch. Swing line right down the left field line. That's going to be in there. Base hit. That will go to the wall in the left field corner. Here's Benji digging for third, and he'll pull up there. And into second is Scherholtz with a stand-up double. Perdomo went back out there again, but this time Scherholtz was right on it. That ball was up, maybe about belt high, and he hit it hard. Now Pablo Sandoval will come up. Nate Scherholtz with a pinch hit double. That's his second hit of the year. He's now 2 for 5. And all of his at-bats have been as a pinch hitter. Giants have only had 3 hits by pinch hitters in 15 tries, and Scherholtz has 2 of those hits. Padres bring the infield in halfway. Sandoval at the plate, batting left-handed. Swings and ropes one foul. Look out. A liner down the right field line. It got into the stands in a hurry. Wow. 0-1 the count. Runners at second and third. The Giants already ahead 6-2 here in the 8th inning. So far it's been the Edgar Renteria show. Offensively, Edgar has driven in 5 of those 6 runs. 1 strike delivery. Swung on and popped up foul off to the left, and that will go back into the lower deck. A low slider that time that Sandoval chased. 0-2 the count. Top of the 9th at Anaheim. The Angels are leading 4-3 over the Tigers now. Brian Fuentes, former Colorado Rockies closer, now closing for the Angels. Here's the pitch. Swing, and then that one is hit foul off the right foot. On a fastball. Sandoval hit it down off his right foot. Tries to shake it off. 0-2 the count. The Mariners have defeated the Rays up in Seattle 4-2. And Jared Washburn got the win. He's 3-0. Sonnenstein, the loser. Morrow got the save. And the Mariners, who had just a season that was about as bad as you could ever imagine last year, considering that they were fancying themselves as a contender in the American League last year. But they are now 9-5 at the start of this season. The Rays are 5-9 now. 2-strike pitch. Sandoval lunges at a low slider, pops it up foul off the left field line. Going down the line in foul ground is Kuzminoff, the third baseman, but the ball is back in amongst the spectators, out of play. Still 0-2 to Sandoval. Runners at second and third here in the 8th as the Giants try to extend their lead. Molina, who singled, is at third. Scherholtz, who doubled, is at second. The infield in halfway, not all the way to the grass, but most of the way. Andres Torres on deck. The pitch. Slider, line to short, diving to his right to make the catch is Rodriguez. Nice play by Luis Rodriguez. And a little tough luck there for Sandoval. That might have been a catch only because the infielders were pulled in. Had he been back in normal depth, usually teams play Sandoval to pull the ball. I don't think he would have gotten it anywhere near that low liner. Now here is Ishikawa. He has struck out, walked, and doubled. He's scored twice. He swings and hits a liner into center field. Base hit. Molina's in to score. Here comes Scherholtz heading home. Here comes the throw, and it will not be nearly in time from Hairston. A 2-run single for Ishikawa. And now the Giants have opened it up considerably. It is 8-2 Giants. Man, Ishikawa was needing a game like this big time. He started tonight hitting 161 for the year. Only 2 RBIs since that 3-run triple on opening day. But tonight, a single, a double, a walk, 2 batted in, 2 scored. And now Bud Black is coming out. Looks like he's going to make a pitching change here for the Padres. Perdomo will depart. The Giants get a couple of runs against their old spring training teammate, and it's going to be Eulogio de la Cruz, or in San Diego they like to call him Frankie. Here is Renteria. Hard ground ball that hits the foot of De La Cruz. It ricochets over to the first baseman, Gonzalez. He picks it up, races to the bag, and gets there to retire Renteria. So in his 4th trip to the plate, Renteria hit what looked like a single to center, but it hit the foot of De La Cruz, and then he got a very fortunate
world-class health care right in your neighborhood.
This is Giants baseball on KNBR 680.
Justin Miller throws a called strike with a sinker over the outside to the switch-hitting Luis Rodriguez, leading off in the ninth inning for the Padres. 8-2, the Giants ahead. There's a changeup that is low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rodriguez, the eighth-place hitter, has struck out looking, flied out to shallow left, and singled. 1 for 3. Now here it comes, and a slider, or maybe a changeup, low and inside, ball 2. 8 runs, 10 hits for the Giants. 2 runs, 12 hits for the Padres. Here it comes. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2-2 the count. So at this point, the only other games going on are in Arizona, where the Rockies lead 9-6. Alan Embry has come in from the Colorado bullpen and is pitching in the 8th inning. There's a foul back to the screen. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Rodriguez. Chris Burke has come out on deck for the Padres with the pitcher due up next. Dodgers lost 8-5 to the Astros earlier in Houston. 2-2 pitch. Slider bounced foul off to the right up the first base line. Cubs won 7-2 over the Reds. Cubs have an 8-4 record. The Cardinals beat the Mets 6-4. Cardinals have a 9-5 record, even though their bullpen's been a little bit shaky. They've scored 83 runs. They're hitting the ball real well. 2-2 pitch and a slider. Did he swing? An appeal denied by the third base umpire, Bob Davidson. Looking at the television replay and the in-house monitor, that was if he'd ruled that a swing, I think it would have been hard to argue with him. 3-2 pitch way off the outside, ball 4. So Miller ends up walking Rodriguez. And that just can't happen. Miller, the 5th Giants pitcher of the game. Now Chris Burke will come up. Burke just reacquired by the Padres. He was in spring training with them. And they had invited him. He had been a minor league free agent that they had signed in January. Played the 15 games and then was traded to the Mariners near the end of March. Now the pitch very high for ball 1. For Seattle, they sent him to AAA Tacoma, so he'd been in the minor leagues there. Hit .237. But they lost Everett Cabrera, the very fast young shortstop. Broken hamate bone. Now the pitch, fastball. Oh, called a ball. The strike zone from Jeff Nelson all of a sudden is getting small. But that'll happen sometimes when a pitcher is not consistently in the strike zone. 2-0 the count. Here it comes. And he pours that one through there for a strike to Burke. 2-1. Anyway, they had to get somebody to replace Everett Cabrera. The reason they got rid of Burke is because they said, well, we like this Cabrera. He steals bases. He's a good shortstop. Let's keep him. Well, now he's hurt. So they said, can we have Burke back? And the Mariners said, oh, yeah, okay. Swinging a foul back and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I'm sure it was fairly easy for them to say okay, since he was hitting only .237 for AAA Tacoma. Burke, who has a lot of big league experience, .241 lifetime average, more than 1,100 at bats. Here's the pitch. Oh, just missing on the inside. I say on the inside, apparently just off the inside corner of the plate. It's a 3-2 count. 8-2, the Giants lead the Padres here in the 9th inning. He needs a strike big time right here. Here it comes. Swing and a pop-up. Foul behind the plate. Off to the left goes Molina. Over near the seats. He's got room, and he makes the catch. Molina had to fight his way past umpire Nelson to get over there in the first place. And he went a long way for that one. 1 away. Now here is Scott Hairston, who had a pinch hit single in the 7th inning. I'm talking about the Cardinals and how well they've been hitting. Albert Pujols had 2 RBIs tonight. Albert has 16 RBIs in the first 14 games of the year. Here's the pitch to Hairston, and the slider is low for ball 1. And Ryan Ludwig, who's sitting right behind Albert, also has 16 batted in. Former Padres shortstop Khalil Green is now a Cardinal. Khalil Green got his 7th batted in tonight. Slider popped up foul off the first base side. That will reach well back into the lower deck. The count is 1-1. Excellent crowd tonight on Filipino Heritage Night here at the ballpark. The great boxing champion Manny Pacquiao was here to throw out the first ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's off the inside with a fastball. 2-1. Alex Hinshaw, a left-hander, starts to warm up in the Giants bullpen. 39,314, the official paid crowd. Now the stretch. Miller delivers. Off the inside again. Well, he is just nibbling and nibbling here with a 6-run lead. And he's going to be out of the game sooner rather than later if he can't start throwing some strikes here. He's tough to hit. He has a history at the big league level of high strikeout totals. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a smash. Just past the lunge of Sandoval at third. He got a glove on it, slowed the ball up. And now stopping at second was Rodriguez, but heading for second was Hairston. And more than halfway to second, he realized, wait a minute, is that one of my guys standing there already? What's he doing there? He turned around and raced back to first. So it's only a single for Hairston. And here comes David Eckstein. It is always the trailing runner's responsibility to know where that runner in front of him is. Although he might be unhappy that maybe the runner didn't go an extra base when he thought he should have, he has to know where that guy is. It's nobody else's responsibility but his. And Hairston did, before it was too late, did pick up that runner and got back to first. And there's a ball down and away to Eckstein. It's just like the old Billy Martin was managing in Texas. Art Fowler was his pitching coach. Here's the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. That's a called strike, a slider on the outside of the knees. And a young pitcher for the Rangers, Pete Broberg, said, you know, I've been kind of out of sorts, Art, so if you see what's going wrong with me, if I get out and start walking, guys, come out and tell me what I need to adjust, okay? Here's the stretch now, the 1-1 pitch. Swing, and there's a high fly ball onto left center. Over to his left is Lewis. He's under it. He one-hands it. The runners had gone halfway, so they retreat. Eckstein is out, number 2, and the batter will be Brian Giles. 2 on, 2 out here in the 9th inning. So he walked the bases loaded, and Art Fowler came out, and Broberg said to him, says, Art, did you see what I'm doing wrong? He says, yeah, you're really making Billy mad. Throw strikes. Babe Ruth's dead. I don't know if that was real effective with the young guy, but may have sprayed a little tobacco juice on him as well as he was saying it. Here comes Bruce Bochy, and he's called to the bullpen for Alex Hinshaw with the left-handed hitting Giles.
was 4-0 Mets. But I think you do have to wonder, John, at what point do the opponents start to treat Pujols like we saw Bonds treated here in San Francisco. Pujols came up trailing 4-0 with second and third and first base open, and they pitched to him, and he doubled in 2 runs.
Oh. Yeah, but he got Ryan Ludwig hitting behind him, who has just as many RBIs this year and is hitting .378.
So that may well be the reason.
Last year, they started giving Albert that Bonds treatment. He really walked an extraordinary number of times. Here is Giles, lefty versus lefty, and Hinshaw misses with a fastball down and away. Albert used to be a guy who swung at just about everything and did not often walk. And last year, he walked well over 100 times. Brian Giles 1 for 4 in the game with an RBI. 2 men on, 2 men out. The pitch way outside. And this has been a problem for Hinshaw. I told that story, the Art Fowler story, which probably everybody listening has heard it 100 times. But I think the reason I told it is because I kind of wanted to go down there and tell Miller myself, throw strikes. Bochy's get a little ticked off. And there's a strike called from Hinshaw to Giles on the outside. It's 2-1. But this has been a problem all through spring training and right into the regular season for Hinshaw. 2 balls and a strike to Giles. Babe Ruth is dead.
Albert Pujols ain't a Padre.
Barry retired. Here's the pitch now. That's low and inside for a ball. And it's 3-1. The man on deck is the Padres' version of the Babe. Adrian Gonzalez, one of the best sluggers in the National League. A true threat. Brian Wilson, the Giants' closer, gets up in the bullpen now. 3-1 the count. The pitch on the way. And he pours a fastball right in there for a strike. 3-2. They could have just made an agreement. Let's just start the count 3-2. Let's just cut to the chase with Brian Giles. But he took one right down the middle there in a 3-1 count. 3-2 the count. 2 men on, 2 men out. The runners go. The pitch, swing and a foul back to the screen on a high fastball. Still 3-2. Hinshaw, one of the great things about Hinshaw's record last year in the big leagues that kind of jumped out at you was that he struck out a lot of hitters. But so far that has not been the case this year. 1 strikeout in 5 innings. There go the runners. The pitch. Swinging a base hit to right field. Heading around third is Rodriguez. He'll score. Going to third is Hairston. And Hinshaw got himself into a situation where he had to throw a strike. Basically just throw it down the middle. You get behind 3-1 with a big lead. You cannot afford to walk anybody, and you have to throw a ball down the middle. And finally Giles put one in play for a base hit, his second RBI of the game. So it is 8-3, that run charge to Justin Miller, who walked the first batter of the inning. Now here is Adrian Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets aboard here. That becomes a rule book save situation for Brian Wilson, who is up in the bullpen. Lefty versus lefty. Hinshaw to Gonzalez. Low. Ball 1. And that's the thing. A guy does not want to groove a pitch to guys like Gonzalez or even Giles for that matter. But you've got to have some command and be able to hit your spots. Here is Hinshaw ready, throwing. Curveball grounded to the right side. Over to his right goes Ishikawa. He's got it. He underhands to Hinshaw over the cover in time for the out. And that brings it to an end. The Giants have defeated the Padres for the first time this year. The final score, the Giants 8, San Diego 3, and Matt Cain beats the